Hey there, I'm Alan Matthews from Classical Guitar Shed, and in this video you will hear how to make fewer random mistakes in the music that you're playing. You're playing along and all of a sudden something that has never happened before happens, or there's that spot that oftentimes trips you up. How to reduce random mistakes by eliminating confusion. If you enjoy this, please subscribe to this channel. So we've just talked about those random mistakes in our pieces and tripping over spots. Well, oftentimes the reason that we do this is because there's a blind spot. There's something that we don't understand about that spot. We get to that spot and it's just cloudy in our head. We don't fully know it. It's a blind spot. So the way to move through these is to eliminate all confusion around it. And that, luckily, is a fairly straightforward process. Whenever we reduce the confusion, whenever we eliminate any confusion, any blind spots, then we can just do the things that we need to do. So we'll get into the tactics in just a second, but first, what are the benefits of reduced confusion? Well, first, we have less physical tension. Whenever we get confused, we tense up. When we're playing more relaxed, when we're playing with better physical tension, more appropriate physical tension, we also feel more confident. We learn faster, because we can become more aware. We're more aware of the little things, and so we actually learn the music and memorize it more quickly. And in doing so, we make fewer mistakes while we're learning it. So then later, when we're actually playing it, we also make fewer mistakes then. So how do you do it? How do you eliminate confusion? The number one question you can ask in your entire practice of learning classical guitar pieces is, are you ready? What's going on here? So you can look at your music. Don't just bang the notes out and just keep playing them over and over, but instead say, what is going on? Is there a chord in my left hand? What chord is that? What's going on? Is there a stretch between which fingers? Is there a weird hop of one finger? What's going on? That question, we can ask it over and over and over again. In the right hand, what's going on? What are my fingerings in the right hand? Are there any challenges? Is there anything weird? Do my fingers have to hop over each other in some funky way? What's going on? If you know music theory, then you can say, what is the chord progression? What is the harmony doing? What note is the melody? What note is not the melody? What note is the bass? Is there a shift? What's happening at that shift? Like everything, anything and everything, we can say, what's going on here? And if we can verbalize this to ourselves, okay, well, I'm moving from this chord, I'm going up to this chord. And when I do that, my elbow needs to come down and my this and my that, then we can, once we eliminate the confusion by answering the question, what's going on here, in as many ways as possible, then when we're playing it, we can be aware of those things. And so that way, the elbow thing or the thumb isn't going to trip us up. We're not going to drag our thumb on the shift. We're not going to move too slowly on the finger hop. All these things that we've identified need to happen, we can actually do those things. Let's assume that we've done this. We've asked this question 100 times. We've looked at every single note, every single element of the music. We know exactly what's going on. There's no confusion here. Now, the question is, can we keep track of all this stuff at the speed of the piece? But as we're speeding up the piece, we can think of it as speed-dependent clarity. There might be a speed point where all of a sudden the blind spots enter again. So you can play this at one tempo, at one speed, but as it speeds up, then you miss a note. And so then what's been happening? Chances are you just don't know it fast enough now. If you slow it down, you can do it. So then that's something to work with. You can then work with it and say, okay, where is the breaking point? And what note is the breaking point? And then you can ask the question again, so what's going on right there? Because chances are, if you do that, you get to a speed spot that's messing you up, then something's happening right there. There's another point of confusion, and you can do this process again and then find new ones. And it could be that your technique isn't there, and so your fingers can't move that fast. Or at that particular speed, you stop thinking about something that you've learned fairly recently, like how to do X, Y, Z. So this is how to reduce the number of mistakes and random blips in your pieces and learn much faster and much better. And it's also a whole lot of fun to do this in your practice. You engage deeply into the music. You learn the music so much in a multifaceted way, and it's just a great time. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Give it a shot. Ask the big question, what is going on here? And let me know how it goes. And please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.